Hi everyone, Sandra from ForYourChi.com here with your weekly tarot and oracle card reading for July 1st of 2019 through July 6th of 2019. Thanks for joining me here. We have one hell of a teaching this week. I'm bringing you Bible verses that talk about how you too are gods and other clues that were in the Bible about your power that the church did not bring forth a teaching to us. And also, I just want to mention total solar eclipse in Cancer, July 2nd, can trigger a lot of upheaval for everyone. The last total solar eclipse that we've had that I can think of was August of 2017, and that was in Leo. And wow, was that a doozy for everyone, including myself. Okay, so what I want to do first is talk about these two Bible verses. And you're not going to hear me quote the Bible very often, but here I am quoting. So the first one is Exodus 3:14, right? The I am that I am. And the quote is, I am hath sent me unto you. And this is Abraham's conversation with God. That's a very powerful scripture, and it's a very powerful message, because when you think about it, when you say, I am strong or I am weak, the God aspect of you is hearing those words exactly. So it's very important when you say I am that you only use those words in the positive and not in the negative, because it does have power, because you have power. Now, the other one that I want to mention is John 10:34, and this is when Jesus is teaching, and he says, is it not written in your law, comma, quote, I have said you are gods. Or another translation is, quote, I have said ye too are gods, end quote. And gods is, the G is small caps, okay? So how are we supposed to take that? I mean, there's only one interpretation of that, right? He was trying to tell us that we too had power. He knew that he was a God. He knew that he had power. And he was trying to tell everyone that they too had that power. You know, he was a Jewish person for a reason. He did not develop his own religion for a reason. The Jewish people, everyone's taught, they are God's special people, and there is a reason for that. There's a reason that Jesus was Jewish, okay? Shout out to all my Jewish people. I love you. Okay, so let's start with, one other thing before I get sidetracked here. I found an Abraham quote that I'm very fond of. So here's the Abraham quote for today. Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, okay? For every pleasing thing, there is an unpleasing counterpart. For every particle of the universe is that which is wanted, as well as a lack of that which is wanted, right? So, in other words, you have a lack of wealth or something like that, okay? When you focus upon an unwanted aspect of something in an effort to push it away from you, it only comes closer to you, because you get what you give your attention to. How about that? So if there's an unpleasing aspect in your life, politics, a spouse, an ex-spouse, and you are pushing against it emotionally, physically, with your words, with your thoughts, it's only getting stronger because you are focused upon it. I know sometimes it can be hard because you're in the thick of things. But you have to find a way to get your mind off of it and to do something that pleases you, brings you joy, to get out of that mode. It's extremely important. Okay? You are powerful. All right, let's get to the cards this week. Monday, Tuesday, obstacles and challenges. Things don't seem to be going right for you. This is part of a lesson, and we're going to talk about the lesson, but try not to focus on the unwanted and the negative Monday, Tuesday, because you don't want to bring more upon you, okay? And then the card for Wednesday, Thursday is Shadow, and this is the Moon card in traditional tarot. And it means that you are examining sort of the other shadow side of you. People are using that term lately, the shadow side. Maybe displeasing things about your personality, or someone has pointed something out that you've been doing or saying. And so you're examining that part, and we all go through this. Usually this card relates to the full moon, but we're going into a new moon soon. And then moving on, which means there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that you're coming out of the darkness into the light. So you've had an epiphany. And there was a card that flew out of this deck. So, of course, we have to read it, and it's the heart chakra, and I love this card. And this card, in this particular meaning, they're telling you to follow your heart. The contrast that you've experienced recently is because you have ignored your heart and what it wants from you. So pay attention. And it also goes along with the Abraham Hicks message that we've had today, right? Because you're not supposed to focus on the unwanted things. You're supposed to focus on the things that you want and the things that bring you joy. And that could be a hobby, by the way. You might have to get back into your hobby and crafting and do what you love to do. I think maybe we've used this Oracle deck one time for this video, but I'm not 100% sure. I know I don't pull it out very often, but something told me to go to the Dream deck, Melissa Virtue. The first card, especially after I pulled this heart chakra card here. And the first card that I pulled was Spring. And this is about renewal. This is also talking about the seeds that you have planted this summer. You will reap the harvest of those seeds next spring. And there's also talk about rekindling a relationship. I'm going to say it again. Rekindle a relationship. And I'm saying it again because I'm getting goosebumps up and down my spine, which means someone needs to hear this out there. Okay. And then the second card, this relates to the base chakra. It's red. It's talking about passion and survival. This is also about following your passion. Okay. It's also about cleansing. There's some sort of like cleansing, renewal coming up. You may want to take a sea salt bath and clear out and cleanse that base chakra, okay? Because if it's clogged up, you could be having physical problems, and we want to get to that before those physical problems manifest in your body too much. All right, so thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to my YouTube videos. If you would like a private reading from me, please send me an email at foryourchi@gmail.com, or if you're Facebook friends with me, you can hit me up on Facebook. And also, for a very short time until midnight tonight, I'm going to be posting this video early. My protection video will be half price, $24, but then after that, my webmaster has instructions to beef up the price to $50 because it's just too information. There's too much information not to price it at its value, I feel like. And also I'm doing these amazing mental energy clearings for people who are experiencing depression. Previously, I used it on people with anxiety with great results, but I've had 4 people reach out to me in the last 6 weeks asking me to help them with their depression, and it's worked wonders. It's lasted for weeks so far. I hope it lasts for months and even years. All right, so if you would like that reading, go to my website, foryourchi.com, foryourchi@gmail.com. And look for energy healings. It's $75, money well spent, so that you can lift yourself up from depression. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great week. Happy eclipse.